Hey guys, welcome back to Tim's Electronics Lab. I'm Tim and welcome to the first upgrade of my Creality 3D printer. I just received it and I want to do this upgrade. The package shows 17 stepper motor ST. So yeah, you immediately know what's inside. Let's open it. I do know what's inside, and I'm very thrilled to install them on my printer actually. And I think if I take one out of the package, you are thinking, what the hell is this? And you probably are right. But these are stepper motor dampers for my 3D printer, so that the thing becomes way more silent and quieter during the printing, because the main noise you hear from the printer is the stepper motor. So with these you won't be able, or at least you are supposed to have a quieter printer. So yeah, I removed my printer from the cabinet, so let's move down and install them. So we start off by removing the 4 Phillips screws that hold this motor in place, so we can remove the cover, this one, actually, and remove the motor, because we need to put the damper in between there. So I suggest you remove the screws in a star pattern or a crisscross pattern, X pattern, however you want to call it. Then that one was tight. Alright. Oh, not yet. So, and the final one, make sure to hold your stepper motor, otherwise it falls down, and that will probably damage the motor and the printer. There's a sticker up front that also contains screws. Oh no. Yeah, it does. It does. There you go. Break them free. That's one. That's the second one. Broken free. I'm trying to rotate them quickly, but it's a little bit too slippery for that. So, third one. That's better. Yeah, the motor is starting to move now, so that's good. And then, oh, don't strip it. The fourth one. So, oh yeah, there you go. Remove it. So that definitely was the right screw. Now remove the gear and the belt, and we've got our stepper motor right here. Alright, so there are a few things to keep in mind when attaching the damper to the stepper motor. The first thing is that the damper is positional, I think is the right word. You can see that there are 2 threaded holes here. they need to be facing away from the stepper motor. So the stepper motor needs to go directly here, and these two need to go onto the frame, which we can do. They included a bag with screws for attaching the dampers. And you need a total of 4 screws per stepper motor. 2 in the motor and 2 on the frame. Grab your damper, place it on top of the stepper motor, make sure that the holes align. Now grab one little screw, put it in there, grab a Phillips screwdriver and screw it in. Do the same thing with the other hole. Ooh. Screw it in. So that's it. Now the damper is attached. Now the stepper motor still goes on like this. I'm going to use the screws that came with the printer to mount this. So place it over there. Now grab the screws. Place them in there. Ah, yeah, that's nice. Grab the Allen key. This one's too big. Where did I leave my? Okay. I think I just had this one. Oh, here. So grab your Allen key and tighten the thing up. To yeah, there you go. Mount your X and stop. Now do the same in the other corner. Oh, there you go. Tighten it. Like that. So that's good. Now we should still have the end stop. And we do. Perfect. So let's move on to the y-axis. So the first thing you want to do is untighten the belt tension screws. So that you've got a little bit of play in the belt. That's always good for positioning the stepper motor. So, like that. No. I accidentally pressed the pause key with my knee. So now we've got a little bit of play in the belt. And let's move to the back now. Alright, so we're at the other side. And procedures are roughly the same. We don't need to remove the gear head. But we do need to remove the... Again, wrong size. Again, wrong size. It's going great. We do need to remove the stepper motor, of course, but that was expectable. Oh, and remove the wire first before you mess that one up. So third screw. Want to go. Make sure to hold the stepper motor as you loosen the screw, as it should come off. Alright, now again, same procedure as the previous one. Grab your dampener, place it on top, grab a screw that's included in the set, place it on top of the motor and screw it in, tighten it, place the other screw on top of the motor and tighten it, and that's a damping set installed on the stepper motor. Again, take the other screw and install it on into the plate. Not very tight, but tight enough that it won't fall out. And place the fourth screw and screw that one into the damper as well. Now, suggest you grab another screwdriver and tighten the whole thing up. Like that. Okay, so now there's one more thing we need to do. As you can see, the pulley and the stepper motor gear aren't aligning. We need to fix that by pulling the gear head a little bit to the left. So loosen them but not remove the knobs. And I think I already had that one. To about here, and then we can also just pull it over and then tighten them. That's one. That's two. Okay, so this is tightened. Now grab your motor cable and plug it back in. 1, 2. Didn't do. All the way around might help. Or not. Yeah, there you go. So let's continue with these two now. So we're almost done. I choose not to install, well, I choose. You can't install the dampers on the Z-axis because the Z-axis is only held in place here and here. And of course, then if you install a damper, only one screw will hold the Z-axis in place. What you could do is install a damper on the extruder, but I don't like the idea of my extruder being damped, so I'm not going to do it. But what we still need to do in order to finish this, again, wrong screw. This one, I think. No. Come on. Where is it? This one. We still need to tighten up. Yeah, this is a good one. We still need to tighten up the y-axis. So pull that until it's nice and tight, and then retighten the screws. Make sure that you rotate them to the correct side. Why is this? I thought it was slipping for a moment, but it wasn't. Tighten them up like that. Now I'm going to grab a power cord and let's do a sound check. So let's turn on the printer. Please don't mind the noise of the fans. Like that. Let's do a homing test. Auto home. Whoa. Yeah, you still hear that, but the Z movement doesn't happen that much. Whoa. That's really awesome. So let's move it up by 10 millimeters. Oh wait, by 1 first. And then move the X and Y axis. Damn! This is really quiet. This is unbelievable. This is really quiet. Now the Y. Shit. This is unbelievable, man. The thing doesn't make any, it barely makes any noise. Compared to the previous clip, which I will edit right in here now. This barely makes a noise. This is perfect. This really is perfect. It's good. So now, future upgrades that I'm planning to do with this printer is, let me grab something. This is a secret project I've been working on in the background, and as you can see right here, you see little spots, and that's because the glass bed is not even. There is a little bit of a height difference here and there on the glass, and yeah, it ruins some of the prints, and that's not good. That it ruins the print and the quality of the print, because this looks amazing. So the next upgrade would be a mirror. I've been told that a mirror upgrade is good, that a mirror should be straight. Maybe this piece of glass isn't straight because it's from China. You know, I haven't had any complaints with the printer, but mostly the things that are from China are good, they work, but they're not the best accuracy wise, and I think that's the case with the glass. So I'm going to look and do some research in mirror for the printer. So if you've got any recommendations, let me know in the comments down below. And also, to see more of these kinds of videos, please support me on Patreon. That will help me out a lot. So yeah, so back again to the printer, because it's yeah, I'm really thrilled about this. This is exactly what I hoped for. Let's move it one more time. Move axis 10. Listen to this. It's so quiet. This is unbelievable. This really is unbelievable. So this little thing, this is the best upgrade you can do for your printer. Well, best. It's close to the best. They're very cheap. I think I paid around €6 for for 5 of these. Though you are able to install them on every stepper motor that's on the printer, but you don't need to, or you're not able to, since the Z stepper motors, if you install them on the Z stepper motors, you're only able to screw them in with one screw. And yeah, that's not ideal for strength and stability of the motor itself. So I don't recommend you do that. And it's up to you if you choose to install it on the extruder stepper motor. I chose not to do, because the stepper motor of the extruder moves so little that I think you won't be able to hear the noise, especially where the printer is. I can close the area where the printer is off, and the only noise that was coming from the printer was the noise of the stepper motors that were moving, the X and Y axis. And since that's gone now, I can print at night, which is good, because when the printer finished, I used to wake up in the middle of the night. I've had that a couple of times, and I don't mind it at all, but I find it funny that that I wake up in the middle of the night when the printer's finished. Upgrades. I will link these down below in the description, so you can purchase them from AliExpress. I really recommend you do this. It also, on the research I did on the internet, it also improves some of the print qualities. So I'm curious about that, and if it does really improve the print quality. So let me move the printer back to its position, and I will keep you updated. Thanks for watching this video. I hope you've enjoyed it. If you did, please leave a like. Make sure to leave a comment down below. You can also share this video with your friends if you think they will like it too. See you next time.